Hey, hi baby. How are you doing? Happy Friday. Every Friday I say happy Friday so they know it's Friday, and then they know that I will be able to spend a little more time with them on the weekend. Yeah. Where you at? There you are. They love these ledges. I do have to clean them because surprisingly, I don't find any poop on these. Although it's been a while since I cleaned up these ledges. Probably something I should do this weekend. Oops. Yep, they love hanging out. It's funny because when I watch them on video, they just have, well, I don't know. It's almost like I appreciate them more on video. I mean, that didn't sound right, but I can appreciate them and their actions on video. You know, these are prey birds and they will come to me, but it's when not every time I want them to, but it'll be on their terms. And they are very tiny, so I mean, they each weigh about 34 grams, so you know, they're little. And it is almost, there's Twinkie when I first got her, or got him, so I thought it was a female the whole time because of the cere. The color's so light. But finally, it darkened. And yes, this is Mel. Carter's a male too. Yeah, I forgot what I was saying, but yeah, they just, you know, they're very cute to look at, and obviously they're not for my amusement. You know, I do what I can to make sure they are happy. As you can see, I give them a lot of freedom. I mean, they're pretty much out of the cage all day. I'll lock them in this big cage probably at the end of the day, maybe. But I have my place set up where I know the places they're gonna hang out, and you know, all the business that they do, the poop and whatnot, I take care of. I mean, I have it to where I could just easily clean it up, so there's no cross-contamination, there's no, you know, little bugs or mites. Very careful with that. I clean their cages probably once or twice a day, but you know, it's taken me a while. Like, you know, I've had Harlow for over 2 years, and in those 2 years, among other things, I have figured out a very good way, a good method of cleaning out the cages easily, where it doesn't take me that long. I mean, I only have 2 budgies, so it's not like I have a big mess, but you know, I will use this paper. It's like this newspaper, but it's just you know, just paper or whatever. I mean, I've used different, I've had different methods of cleaning, and I've even used doggy pads, or those potty pads. I've used napkins, tissue paper, and you know, it's all not very efficient because it takes more time to collect and to clean, and I want to be more efficient with the cleaning, but also where it's safe and they're not, you know, they don't live in a filth. And so I figured, well, this is the easiest way, is to get this kind of paper. And I like to crumble it a little bit because it makes it more easier to, you know, to put in the cage. And for the most part, nothing falls at the bottom of the cage. And of course, I have this little net here to catch any of the seeds, the husks that fall when they're eating. And it probably takes me about 30 minutes to clean. I change out the water and the food every day, so there's no bacteria infection. And I clean out their mirrors, and I do a quick cleaning pretty much every night. I will clean up the cage more, but I kind of have to wheel it to another room to clean, and that takes a little bit more time. I try to do that once a month, but yeah, I'm constantly cleaning, so it's not, so it's they're pretty safe, I think. I did have to take Harlow to the vet a whole bunch of times this year because of his bacteria infection, and this is why I've become a lot more proactive in changing the food every day and not keeping a whole bunch of food, and just making sure there's no droppings anywhere, and just constantly cleaning. Don't use any household products. Not supposed to use that for them. It's usually hot water does it. Hot water on the on the perches. Yes, but the vet told me last week that he is bacteria free, or he has normal bacteria, so it's all good. Yeah, it was a really trying 2023 has been pretty trying for Harlow, because I've had to give him 2 different antibiotics. Okay, look what he's doing. He's cleaning the chute. He should be going in the water. I guess he doesn't go in the water anymore, so I need to just give him a little spray. But it's, anyways, changing the topic subject. But people think that if you have these little birds, they're just cute to look at, which they are, and they probably think there's not much maintenance, and that is false. There's a lot of maintenance with these budgies, and they are quite expensive when you factor in how many toys you buy and you recycle out and keep them active, entertained. The vet visits, I mean, if it's once a year, that's fine. But then if they're not doing well, they hide their symptoms. So you do have to kind of just notice any subtle changes that you haven't seen before, and which is what I did with Harlow, because he kept opening and closing his beak quite a bit. And when I took him to the vet, yes, he did have a bacteria infection. And so the vet's been really good at giving me information on how to properly take care of the budgies. And of course, I've been learning also online and reading. But yeah, they are a lot of work. I mean, it's not like having a dog or a cat, but if you just leave them in a cage all day and you just talk to them for a couple of minutes, that's not enough. It's not enough. They are social animals, just like most animals are social, right? And so you do have to spend time chatting with them. Can't really discipline them at all because they're birds. They don't give a crap about what they're doing, if they're doing it wrong or not. It's not like dogs or cats. But then I mean, you can train them. I mean, they know some commands, but it's like I could be better at with the commands. Harlow's a lot more eager to come to me because he and I were, he was my only pet for about 8 or 9 months before I got Twinkie. And Twinkie is a little wary, he comes to me, but it's not the same like Harlow. But thankfully, these two get along very well. And Twinkie's always at Harlow's side. Everything Harlow does, Twinkie will copy. Look at you. Hi, baby. Hey. Oh, yeah, you love that phone. Now watch. Harlow's on my phone right now, and Twinkie's gonna probably follow. Hi. Come. Let me see. You come to my shoulder? Shoulder, babies. Oh, I see he's on my shoulder right now. Can't tell. Let me see. Can't see. Not sure if that showed, but and I always feel bad for Twinkie. I'm like, come on, Twinkie, join us. Come. And sometimes he'll come to my other shoulder, but I have to coach him. How do you do? Where's my... Oh, I can't find. What is it, Twinkie? I mean, Harlow. Here, watch. I'll do this. Come on. That's a really fat perch. You want to come to the other shoulder? Okay. Of course, you can't see this, but they are both on my shoulder. Can you see Harlow? No, I don't think you can even see him. Okay, anyways, that wasn't good.